What's up, folks? Never mind me. I'm just here tying up my shoes, getting this gear right. It's time to get active, baby. Gotta grab the sunglasses. Never mind all that other stuff. That's unimportant. Let's grab these rods. Very early here in Florida. Trying to get there before that sun comes up, which it is coming up very quickly. We throw out a few baits, flukes, chatterbaits, a few Texas reds, and we have low light conditions as of right now, so we're going to hunt them down to see if we can throw some moving baits early and see if we can get on. We're going to hit a few different points, some secondary points, and see if we can find some deep water. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe right now, because we're always dropping content. We always catching big fish all year round here in Florida, and stay tuned, it's going to be a good one. What to throw first, I wonder. We got some great baits to start off with, but a chatterbait early in the morning, man. You must throw a chatterbait when there's low light conditions. I just feel like that's your best chance of pulling out the big one. I'm going to reel this chatterbait super slow. Every here and there I might bump my rod. Or in the midst of that, I might even speed my reel handle up just a bit. Anything that's going to change directions or change the speed of that chatterbait. Mixing up the color selection, throwing black and blue with a white trailer. I usually match my trailers, but never anything wrong with mismatching trailers. Sometimes I think it gives the fish something different. And that black and blue is going to allow the fish to be able to track it with low light conditions, but that white is going to kind of add a bit of a shad pattern in there, you know? I'm not sure if I spooked something. See some big old weights. I'm not sure that's from me ripping my chatterbait out the water or that from a big old bass that was following me. Quick tip. See, I'm usually the type of guy, I would sit in one spot and I would work it with every single rod I have to figure out what the fish want. But with these kind of conditions, shad spawn early, bass are always taking advantage of shad spawn. So there's some shad spawning somewhere up shallow. We just have to find them. And there are bass up shallow somewhere. When you have these kind of conditions, temperatures only around 70 degrees or less, you should be able to catch you something on the moving bait. And I have a lot of confidence in the chatterbait. And we haven't caught anything quite yet. So my guess is we haven't found a bass. It's not that we're not throwing the right thing. So let's just keep moving. We're not going to waste time by sitting in one spot. I just love chatterbaits. They just cast so freaking far. You can cover so much water with these things. And the fish is going to be able to track it with that vibration, guaranteed. Oh, that's a fish. Yes. What? Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Look at this little guy. The little guy must want to go back out there as bait. Little guy in that June bug Slim Six World. Let's go. Let's get him back in there, man. This little guy should be thrown out there for bait. Thank you, buddy. There was something over here. I prefer the bigger girls, but she will do. Is that another one? Oh no. 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 Yes. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. We got our lure back. Not all in one piece, but I'm thankful. Let's move. Oh, something big is to my left that I spooked off. Holy crap. Big weights. God. Why did I walk up next to this bank? I should have stood far back before casting. Things like that happen. Start to spook the big ones away. Gotta love it when nature creates you a mini island so you can just fish freely in the water. Only caught one fish so far. Let's get up out of here, not waste too much time. Spent just about an hour, which is perfect. Never want to overdo it. Brought a few different rods and reels out. Few different techniques, but they didn't want the fluke. They only wanted the worm, no chatterbait action or anything. So with that being said, I would catch at the next spot. Finally made it to the next spot, man. Let's get to it. Probably only bringing out 2 rods this time. Water's right there behind us. I'm just glad we made it. Let's see if we can catch us some more fish, maybe even some bigger fish. Let's get to it. Let's throw a moving bait first. Throw that Slim Six out there, put in some work. A lot of grass around here. I'm loving that. The last spot didn't have much grass at all, but it did have some features as far as depth change and drop off. So that's always good too. I would have just known that we would have caught some nice Florida bass this morning next to some drop offs. It is what it is though. Sometimes life gives you lemons. You just got to make lemonade. You got to make the best of what you, oh, a lot of grass. Gotta make the best of what you can. Gotta make the best with what you got sometimes. Only control what you can control. Oh yeah. No. No. That was what my drag looking like. I think that fish just was small. My drag is pretty tight. I think that fish was small. I'm not even sure if I actually hooked that fish. We may be able to get him again. Come on. One more time. I dare you to come back. Double dog dare you to come back. Come on, bud. There go that worm. Come on. Get it, boy. Get it. Sick him. Oh. Now just rubbing the bottom. Something should have smacked me right after I came off of that structure on the bottom. He is. Gosh, he hit it good. He hit it good, baby. There's a little bit of rod. I can only do but so much. Come on, baby. Oh, trying to stay out of the trees. Come here. That's a solid one. That's a solid fish. That is a solid fish on a worm. Inhaled that Texas red worm. That Slim 6 for venom lures, baby. Got him in the corner of the lip. Oh, he wasn't going anywhere. That's a solid fish. I've never been so happy to catch such a small fish. Well, it's not such a small fish. Probably like 1.5 pounds trying to push 2 pounds, but I've never been so happy to catch a fish on the Texas red worm. It's been a while since we went back to our roots. Let's get a release. Thank you so much, beautiful girl. That meant a lot. Let's go. It appears that the Slim 6 is putting in work. Second bite. Oh, that's the third bite. We caught one fish. Caught one fish at the first spot. I got 2 bites at the second spot within the first 30 minutes. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm talking about he smashed it. Like he was trying to inhale that worm. That's what I like to see, baby. You just can never beat your roots, man. You just got to go back to the old school, the old classic. You know what works. The bite is definitely slowed down in Florida with the temps getting over 90 degrees with a real feel over 100 lately. So bass have been biting a bit different, to say the least. But it's just downsizing, going from all of those jigs, going to some solid plastics. And man, it's just a great feeling to be able to break it in. Get you a new pack of worms, you go and break it in on the water like that. Remember, if you ever wanted a pack of anything that I fish with, if you ever wanted a rod, reel, or some lures and anything that I fish with, terminal tackle, everything will be linked in the description below. And you can always use my discount codes. That's going to be in the description as well, because I'm going to give you the best discounts so you can get some of the best lures and rods to fish with yourself. I'm a Florida bank beater, and my goal is to provide you with information and the tools you need to be successful fishing from the banks. Let's get back to it. All we're doing, ladies and gents, we're just casting out, trying to cast as far as we possibly can. We're only throwing 3/16 ounce bullet weight, so there's only but so far I can cast. I always love that lighter bullet weight because sometimes I would even drag this worm on the bottom, and with me dragging it on the bottom, anything like a 1/4 ounce or bigger, it would kind of start dragging dirt, dragging mud, and all that kind of stuff that you don't like. So, and that doesn't get you bits. The lighter piece of weight that you can get away with, the better. And I'm just steady retrieve. Every here and there, I bump my rod, slap my rod or whatnot, twitch it, jerk it, just to kind of give that worm just a bit more action or make it look like it's wounded, you know. Bass might even be following you or checking you out sometimes, and you don't even realize it. But as soon as you twitch that rod, you make that lure look wounded, and then all of a sudden the fish will just smash it. The ambush predator. Of course, you got to throw the June bug color. The water is very, very stained. Got this greenish stain to it, and June bug works in just about every stain conditions here in Florida. Didn't even realize part of my tail is actually kind of bitten off right here. But when you're fishing Texas red worms, throw it around cover. Caught that first bass over there next to a grass line or whatnot, and we have like some timber mixed in between all the down the stretch of bank. We got shade lines, so we're talking shade lines, structure, or points or whatnot, and grass, and get you bit. But meanwhile, let's get red back up with a fresh plastic. As of right now, we already got on our line a 3/16 ounce worm bullet weight, and we have a size 3 offset round bend hook or a worm hook. Get it from Walmart, Bass Pro, Venom lures, if you want to use my discount, it doesn't matter. But never throw these on the ground. You never trash your ponds or your community places. So let's put this in our pocket. Get us our fresh pack of Venom. Woo! Smells like a fish catching machine, I can tell you that. These things are loaded with like lots of freaking salt. You can see the salt all in the bag as you're pulling the worm out. But anyways, you get your hook like so, thread that on in there about 1/4 inch. Then you're just going to bring that hook tip out, slide the rest of that worm up the hook like so. You're going to keep sliding it all the way to the top. It would be so much easier if I didn't have my line in the way. Now that that's up to the top, find out where your hook point is going to lay, which is about right here. This is where I'm going to put the hole in my worm at. I'm going to kind of imagine that, picture that in my head. Then I'm just going to bring that hook point through like so. And now you got you a good, easy old Texas red worm. And sometimes I put that hook point just barely in the worm just to keep it tight exposed. Make sure I don't catch any snags. What the? Oh. That was the weirdest bite I ever had. A secret. Secret. Give the fish a bit more water. I always catch a relief.
Oh man. Let me see what you're catching with there.
I can't tell you what no fish you with, my man. Just a solid water powder, folks back at home. That's the way they do it early mornings here in Florida, throwing in shade lines, targeting nice fish like this right here. Of course, you gotta catch them on that venom juice, on that Slim Sits, baby. Let's get them back in there.
Thank you, beautiful girl.
So we walked around the pond a bit after that first catch. And now we made it up this bridge, staying true to the game, covering water and trying to search for some active bass. We definitely have to hurry. There was a guy that seen my last fish catch, and now he's trying to get in on the secrets of what's working. They're trying to try to come take some of my fish. So we're going to have to hurry up, see what we can catch and get up out of here before it starts to get too pressured. The only thing about fishing those community holes, you know, oh my God. Yeah, this 3/16 is hitting the bottom faster than I don't know what. I'm getting it. You know, I got smashed. My worm even feel weird. My worm feels extra weird. Yup, I got smashed. Freaking smashed. Smashed. I'm going to run out of worms before we even leave here today. I already have like 3 in my back pocket. This may be the 4th. Yo, I still can't believe that this other guy just pulled up to the park ready to do some fishing. And he's doing straight live bait fishing, keeping everything he catch. And had the nerve to come and ask me what am I using. Why in the world would I freaking give you my secrets? Why would I give you the sauce to catching these bass when you're keeping every freaking thing you're catching? And you're ruining the pond with the live bait fishing. Like, come on, dude. Checking out with BLV. Today was a great day. It started out slow as heck. We thought we had the game plan, but the true game plan, or just one rod, one reel right here, we brought out multiple, but this green ghost rod, definitely put in the work, just a medium power. Throwing light finesse swim baits, we even threw some finesse trouts, and we also threw a light finesse Texas red worms, which were these right here, by the way. Great all-around rod and reel, that professional Jacob Wheeler signature series reel on there. You just can't beat it. If you didn't learn anything today, remember June bug and darker colors work in stained water. Destroying this June bug Slim Sits worm from Venom Lures, and we just whacked them. They wouldn't hit anything else for us. But something about a Texas red worm, bass been eating it for 78 freaking years. You can go and research it. It's a proven fact. I just searched Google the other day. It was invented, I think, back in 1949 or something like that. I can't remember. This is probably one of the most old school textbook rigs that you can never fish with, and you just got to have one tied on day in and day out. Also remember, if you want to try any of these worms, or if you want to try a brand new rod, a brand new reel, something that looks good, good and has great quality features, feel free to use my code. Anything duck it, use BLV10 and you can save on baits, reels, and rods. And of course, if you just need a few more baits, man, check out Venom Lures. You get you some venom, you're guaranteed to get bit. They make everything from plastic, frogs, spinning baits, jigs, terminal tackle, you name it. If you learned something today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because we drop in more future content and we're hunting down big bass 365 days of the year, 7 days a week. The grind does not stop, man. And until next time, man, you guys stay safe. I love you guys. Peace.